Good morning. This is a new series we're going to do in the Louis Nishmas Grams. Begin again now. She used to love this book by Zelig Pliskin. I had an 8-week coaching course with him in Israel when I lived there, so I figured let's study. It's called Encyclopedia of Strategies for Living. Acceptance of Oneself. This is a book about making choices. You constantly choose what to think about, how to perceive things, which actions you should take and which you should not. Foundation of all these choices is how you view yourself. Self-acceptance gives you energy, inner strength, and motivation. How do you gain self-acceptance? First of all, realize your intrinsic value and worth, regardless of both your achievements and your weaknesses. From the moment you entered this world, you had inherent value. You were created in the image of the Creator. This stays with you until your last breath. No one can take this away. Identify with your highest aspirations. Be aware of your positive qualities and the good that you've already done. Know that you presently have the potential to make wise choices in thought and behavior. True, self-acceptance allows you to acknowledge faults and shortcomings. In its absence, a person will deny his weaknesses. For this reason, self-acceptance is a prerequisite for making positive changes. Fascinating. No matter how you have seen yourself in the past, you can make new choices. You can learn to begin again now. This will transform the entire quality of your life, journey through life. It's very interesting. There's so much in these paragraphs, So he's saying basically to us amazing things, right? That self-acceptance is the best path. Why? Because first of all, we identify more with our highest value and then our highest road, which makes us move towards higher goals. And secondly, when we don't have self-acceptance, we have low self-esteem, we feel defensive, then what happens is we can't handle negative feedback. We blow up and we feel like, and I definitely, know this well. I'm sure anyone listening probably does too. And then we deny our weaknesses and then we don't make positive changes. So therefore, fascinatingly enough, he points out an important logic that if we want to make good changes, we actually have to accept ourselves. And Rabbi Nachman supports this as well very much, that nothing good happens from self-persecution. And it's actually self-persecution, Rabbi Nachman tells us, is one of the highest sins. Everybody think that. We think, if in a Jewish path, you're going to eat not kosher, adultery, killing, murder. He says self-persecution is one of the highest sins. How do we understand that? Amazing. Also, he said that we have inherent value. How do we understand that? Well, it's not because there's something perfect and great about me. It's because, like we have the famous quote, the Baal Shem Tov says, the day that you were born, God saw that the world could not exist without you. The day that you were born, God saw the world could not exist without you. In other words, your existence is inherent and necessary. And in fact, he says elsewhere, don't try to be someone else that ruins God's screenplay. And basically being ourselves and being and accepting it is the only way forward. In fact, I once realized and said that you can't really make it out of the maze by trying to be someone else, because your path and my path is our path. And when we get off the path and try to be somebody else or go on somebody else's idea for us or what we think we ought to be or should be, then we end up in one of those little cul-de-sacs, the little sidebars on the maze. And that does not lead to anywhere good. So what can we do to do it? This paragraph we could spend like a week on, and I guess we're going to have to decide, do we go slowly make our way through the book, or do we, because I love to have tools when we do things like this. So, well, I think that, so first of all, we have to realize, I think working on just realizing that the reason we're good is because God decided that we're good, not because we're good. I think that would be a good one to meditate on. We're good because God decided that we're good, not because there's something inherently like, I am worthy because, I'm a good person. Bad person, good person, evil person, nice person. We're good because God decided we're good because we're made in his image and we are necessary. And there is important of us being alive. So yesterday someone asked me, what's a reason that I should live? And I manipulatively in a counseling session said, because, I think we have a good long-term therapy going and you'll kill me. Do you really want to do that? They laughed. But really this would have been a better reason, which is because God has a purpose for you. You are not an accident, and there's some important reason you are in the world. So let's contemplate that today, and we'll figure out whether we move on next time. You can give me feedback, or we want to break this down even further. Do we want to go quickly or slowly? Have a great, great day.